Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today, we're going to be picking all of my favorite Pokemon of every generation, every type, and then my favorite Pokemon of all time. This right here is an incredible creation. I don't know what it is. Someone programmed this and made this little thing where you get to choose from generation 1, your favorite normal type, fire type, water type, grass type. And when you click on them, it shows you all the potential options of that generation. See, each generation, generation 5, you can go all the way down here to pick your legendaries. It's pretty cool. And what happens is, say you pick a few of these, right? Like this. You pick a few of these. Then you're going to go over here and you're going to pick your favorite from generation 1 overall. And it's going to show you all the options that you chose over here. Pretty interesting. So the idea is, if you follow this thing closely, you'll learn what your favorite Pokemon are of all time of every generation. There you go. So if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like. If you guys want to see more, leave some comments. If you guys have other ones of these kind of graph thingies that you want me to do, comment about them and I'll figure out how to do them and I'll do them. All right, let's do this. My favorite normal type from generation 1. It's not, I really do like Snorlax, but when I was a kid, which is when I really want to think about generation 1, because that's when I really was obviously into it the most, Kangaskhan was one of my favorite Pokemon in the game. I thought it was so fucking sick. And I thought it was even cooler. Well, kind of cooler, but I was like, I think it's like almost a legendary, dude. You can never even find this thing. Fire type, let's just get it out of the way. That's easy. Water type, we got something to think about. Man, I really like Lapras, like Gyarados, honestly like Krabby and Kingler, like Cloyster. Obviously Blastoise is a cool choice. Man, I don't know. I guess it's gonna have to be Gyarados. Gen 1 is gonna be a lot of boring, safe, lame picks. There's really only one answer here, to be honest. Man, I really don't know my favorite electric type. I don't really think I have one from generation 1. Electabuzz was cool, but not that cool. I don't know. I really liked Voltorb and Electrode for some reason. I don't know why. I just always thought they were cool. I'm gonna choose Electrode. That one really is just kind of a whatever choice. Ice type, I'm probably gonna go Lapras. I think Lapras is really cool. It's like a dinosaur. As a kid, I always liked the dinosaur. Fighting, this is easy. I fucking love Machamp. I always thought Machamp was the shit. Poison. There's actually a lot of Gen 1 poison types. You can't choose Gengar for poison because he's the only ghost, so there's no point. Arbok is cool. Obviously the Nidokings and Nidoqueen is cool, but I didn't really like them when I was a kid. Maybe it's Muck, dude. Muck is pretty cool. I'm gonna choose Muck. Ground type. It was Onyx when I was a kid. Also really like Graveler. I'm gonna go with Graveler. Graveler was probably my favorite when I was a kid. I don't know why. Flying type. I feel like I can't choose these because they're gonna be choices in other options. I'm gonna have to go with Pidgeot, probably Pidgeotto. I feel like Pidgeotto was the shit, but I'm gonna go with Pidgeotto. Weird choice. I feel like Pidgeot didn't add that much. Pidgeotto really was that dude. Psychic types. Fuck, dude. Alakazam probably, although I really liked Mew and Mewtwo, but I'll probably save that for Legend. Bug is simple. I mean, Scyther's just the coolest bug of generation 1. Not even close. Rock type, Aerodactyl, not even close. Aerodactyl's the coolest fucking rock type. So dope. Gengar, obviously. Dragon type, obviously. Dark type, there isn't really. What the fuck is it? I'll pick Missing No. What the fuck? Steel type, I mean, technically, I guess. Fairy type, I mean, it's gotta be Mr. Mime, dude, right? All right, so that's pretty boring, pretty straightforward. Gen 1's not gonna be that interesting. Starters, I mean, it's gotta be Charizard, but I'm probably gonna pick Charmander because that's like really the starter. I think Charmander is so sick. Love Charmander. Gimmick form. This feels kind of odd to choose, but I guess it's Gen 1 gimmick form. So like Megas and Gigantamaxes, and I guess that's it. That's all there is. But and Gigantamax Charizard's cool. Mega Charizard X is cool. Mega Kangaskhan is cool. Gigantafat Pikachu is cool. Gigantamax Snorlax is cool. I don't really know. All right, I would say from these, probably Gigantamax Charizard. Pretty boring answer, but also ultimately, it's a gimmick form. It doesn't really matter that much. My favorite legend is Mew, dude. I was obsessed with Mew when I was a kid. You couldn't get him in the game. He was like a fucking myth legend. Obviously, Mewtwo was a thing, but like Mewtwo was way more in your face and like known. You understood where Mewtwo came from and his purpose, and he talked. Mew is like so mysterious. Where the fuck did Mew come from? Such a cute little guy. He's like so cute and innocent, but yet powerful as shit. Mew is cool, for sure. All right, my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon. I mean, it's Charizard, but that's so boring, but it's also Dragonite. I don't know. I mean, it was when I was a kid, it was definitely Charizard, but now that I'm a little older and Charizard is just so like shoved in your face all the time, I don't like him as much. I like Dragonite better, but Charizard's such a boring pick, but realistically, that's the answer. But I feel bad leaving Dragonite hanging, but we're gonna have to go with the answer. I mean, it's boring, but it is what it is. All right, Generation 2, normal types. Can't say I care too much. I would definitely never use any of these in a playthrough. Porygon's pretty cool. I liked the original Porygon. I always thought the original Porygon was pretty cool, but I'm gonna have to just go with Miltank, probably. The big old milk titties. Moving along, Generation 2 fire type. I don't know. I'm not that attached to any of them. It might be Houndour. Houndour is such a cute little guy. Entei's pretty cool. I don't give a fuck about this slug snail motherfucker. Who gives a shit about little... I hate baby Pokemon. Fuck you. And Cyndaquil and Quilava, it was like I just chose them because I thought fire types were cool in general, but I'm gonna choose Houndour, as weird as that is. Water type. Gen 2 water type. Oh boy. Wow, a lot of tough choices here, actually. Feraligator's sick. Totodile's sick. I actually really like Azumarill, one of my favorite Pokemon that I used in Gen 6. Not Belly Drum, but what was it? It was, I remember there was an ability where he did crazy damage. I can't remember. It's probably gonna have to be Kingdra, though. I really love Kingdra. Kingdra is super cool. One of my favorite Pokemon. One of the most underrated Pokemon of all time. Doesn't get enough attention. Doesn't get enough love. All right, grass types. Generation 2 grass types. Honestly, I don't care for any of them. I really don't. I guess I'll choose Celebi. Electric type. Ooh, Entei's super cool. I actually really like Mareep. Ampharos is pretty cool, obviously. That's the obvious answer. Nobody's choosing these two little shitters. This guy looks like he's dead. Oh, yeah, that's Raichu. Why did I say Entei? I'm dumb. Man, I really like Mareep, dude. Mareep is cool. I think Mareep is my favorite. I think picking Mareep is fine because I actually like Mareep the most and think it's the cutest. And when you get a Mareep, you're always happy because you know it's eventually going to become an Ampharos and it's cuter than an Ampharos. I think Mareep is a good choice there. I'm going to have to choose Swinub here. I don't really like Swinub that much, but I love Mamoswine. So this is technically the start of that line. I'll choose it. Fighting types. It's Heracross, no choice there. Poison types. I mean, who gives a fuck? I guess we'll choose the Quillfish. We're moving a little quick for some of this, but yeah, ground types. I really liked Donphan. You know what's weird is when I played Generation 2, I didn't even know Larvitar and Tyranitar existed. I didn't know that. I didn't, when I was a kid playing Generation 2, which was actually my first Pokemon game, Pokemon Gold, I did not even know they existed. I never found them in the game, never saw them in the anime. I didn't know it was real. So I can't choose them now, even though I do like them. I'm gonna choose Donphan because I remember Donphan in the opening scene of the Pokemon Mewtwo movie where Ash fights a guy with a Donphan. I thought Donphan looked sick in that. It was cool. Generation 2 flying types. The answer is either Skarmory or Lugia, to be honest. We're gonna choose Skarmory. Not a strong contender there. You'll find out why I'm not choosing Lugia. Oh my god, look at the whole alphabet, bro. Ain't nobody choosing the fucking alphabet. Espeon, easy choice. Actually, though, I really do like Slowking, too, because I like that he talks. In the Pokemon 2000 movie, he was all wise and shit and talking. I liked him. What are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking? Espeon or Slowking? Unknown L? Okay, we're not picking Unknown L. Okay, or are you telling me I'm an unknown L? All right, Espeon, I agree. I think we're gonna go Espeon. I do really like Slowking, but really only for one reason. Bug types. It's gotta be Scizor, dude. Scizor's fire. Rock types. Gotta be Tyranitar. These are easy choices. There's not much to talk about here. I mean, Sudowoodo is pretty cool. He was funny in the game, but ultimately, that's a no-brainer. I mean, okay, we only have one option there. Okay, we only have one option there. I guess we're getting a double-decker here for Kingdra. I didn't know Kingdra was the only Gen 2. I didn't know Kingdra was the only Gen 2 dragon. Dark type. No contest. Espeon sick as... Or... Umbreon! Don't roast me too hard. Umbreon sick as... Steel types. I'll be honest, this is where Scizor gets it again. Fuck it, dude. He's that much... Like, normally I would choose a different one just to be different, but I don't care about Steelix at all. It's just Scizor, again. It just is. Gen 2, it's going to be a Azumarill for Fairy type. That kind of is a weird... That doesn't really count, but it kind of does, because they made Azumarill a Fairy type after the fact. Starter. When I was a kid, I chose Cyndaquil just because I thought Fire types were cooler, but now that I'm an adult with a fully developed brain for the most part, Totodile is the obvious starter choice. God, these are all goofy. Mega Tyranitar is kind of cool. Mega Scizor is kind of whatever. I want to choose Mega Ampharos, dude. L'Oreal shampoo hairstyle. We're gonna go with Lugia. Favorite Gen 2 Mon overall. It might be Kingdra. I'm gonna be honest. It might be Kingdra. It's a weird choice. That's a weird choice. I mean, we got a lot of options. Lugia is obviously super cool. I think it's Kingdra though, and I don't feel bad about it. Hey, why aren't you subscribed? It's free. You're coming back for the videos anyway. Click subscribe. Like the video as well while you're at it. Okay, back into the video. All right, Generation 3, possibly my favorite generation of all time. Probably, it's definitely my favorite generation. I love the games so much. These are the games I remember vividly the most as a kid because I was like 11 or 12, I think, when these games came out. They came out in like 2003, so yeah, I was like 11, and I got them for Christmas, and I played the shit out of them. Loved them. All right. Let us begin. Normal type. I didn't like Slacking. I didn't like these guys. Honestly, it's just Swellow for me. It just is Swellow. Slacking is kind of cool on paper until you remember the Truant ability, and then you're like, all right, f that guy. All right, Fire type. Gen 3 Fire type. I'm a Torkoal fan. Really like Torkoal. I'm a Torkoal fan. Torkoal fanboy. Stam. Gen 3. This is the generation of water types. There's a ton of them. Wow. Look at that. I actually don't know my favorite. I like so many of these. You love Mudkip and Swampert, obviously, but I didn't choose them as my starter ever. I never played with them. You'll find out why, but I never chose them. It might be Walrein, dude. I really liked Walrein. And Walrein was pretty strong in this game. But Walrein's going to be the ice type, most likely too. Something to consider. Milotic, I have no attachment to because I never evolved the Feebas into a Milotic. I have no connection to that Pokemon. Ludicolo, he's whatever, he's goofy. I'm going to choose Walrein. Walrein might win twice. I like Walrein. All right, Generation 3 grass type. I really like Tropius, but he never gets any love. He's also just not good. He looks sick. I thought he was cool. He's like a dinosaur with banana neck. Breloom also. Wow, they have really cool grass types. I mean, honestly, all these are cool. I'm gonna have a kind of wild, out of left field choice here. Grovyle. Fuck, dude. Grovyle is fucking gangster. I love Grovyle. Obviously, Sceptile's cool, but Grovyle is cooler. Electric type, Manectric, there's no choice. There ain't nobody choosing Plusle or Minun. Nobody in their right fucking mind. Ice types. I didn't really have much experience with Gallade. It's definitely Walrein, but I'm gonna choose Feel because he's round and, you know, just to be slightly different from that choice. All right, fighting types. It's gotta be Breloom. It's gotta be Breloom for me. I love Breloom. Breloom's super cool. Not my favorite grass type, but one of my favorite Generation 3 Pokemon. Poison types. Can't say I give a shit about any of these. I'm gonna probably choose Seviper. He's a snake. He's cool. He's all right. He's chill. Moving on. Ground type. Oh, Flygon. Not even close. I love Flygon. Don't know why I love Flygon so much, but I do. Flying type. What the hell is that? GX Lugia or whatever the fuck? What is that? It's probably gonna be just Swellow again. I know Swellow's on there twice, but whatever. Psychic type. I mean, this is just not even close, dude. Metagross, and it's not close. Really not. I don't have any attachment to Latios or Latias because it just I didn't have them in my game and didn't really watch the anime at this point. Bug type. These bugs suck. I'm gonna be honest. Shedinja's kind of interesting, I guess. Armaldo's kind of cool. I'm gonna choose Shedinja just because of his little gimmick. Rock type. It's gonna have to be Aggron, dude. Aggron's pretty sick because I thought Aaron was really cool. Aaron. Ghost type. We're gonna go Dusclops. Dragon type. I mean, I want to choose Flygon again, realistically, but I do like Flygon a lot. But I gave him ground type. I'll switch it up. I'll give it Salamence, but realistically, I actually really like Bagon the most. This guy's the coolest form of Salamence's evolutionary line. Dark type, Sharpedo. I guess maybe Sharpedo. Sharpedo's pretty cool. Steel type. I like Mawile. I like Mawile. We could slip it in there because the other two options I've already chosen. I'm not choosing Registeel. Not choosing Jirachi. But Mawile is going to be the fairy pick. So I guess we'll choose Metagross again because Mawile is going to be the fairy pick. Starter. Once again, we're going Trico. That's just who I chose as a kid. Stuck to him. Never leaving him. That's my homie. Gimmick form. Mega Sceptile, super cool. Mega Mawile was super strong. Really like Mega Mawile. Don't care for any of these megas. Primal Kyogre is kind of cool, but it's like whatever. I might have to go with Mega Mawile, dude. Mega Mawile was insane. Mega Mawile in Generation 6, so good. Legendary, it's Kyogre. That's my only choice. You're probably not going to agree with it. Most people like Rayquaza. I never played Emerald, never had Rayquaza, never even knew about that Pokemon until years later. It was Kyogre for me. I thought Kyogre was sick. Sue me. Now, my overall favorite of Generation 3, it's probably gonna be Grovyle, dude. Grovyle is my favorite Generation 3 Pokemon. I think he's just so cool. Obviously that whole line is pretty cool, but Grovyle is sick. What the f? Listen, I've got some out there picks. You know, what would be the point of doing this list if it's all gonna be the same as yours? It's not. This is what I actually truly like. Grovyle is one of my favorite Pokemon of Gen 3. Really like him. On to Generation 4. Now, I should preface, Generation 4, 5, and 7. I have never played all the way through. My only exposure to them is in Gen 6. You got to use Generation 4 and 5 Pokemon. I've seen them in other things like Pokemon Showdown and whatnot, Pokemon Go. Generation 7, my only real exposure was watching the entire Sun and Moon anime, which is actually incredible, by the way, if you've never seen it. Highly recommend the Sun and Moon anime. Very, very good. All right, Generation 4, a generation I have not fully played, and maybe we need to do a playthrough sometime, but I don't have the attention span to play through. All right, Generation 4, normal types. Bidoof is pretty funny. Porygon Z, pretty cool. Staraptor, pretty cool, but that might end up being the flying type. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it to Staraptor. Staraptor is the coolest on that list. Easy Bidoof? No. Y'all are smoking crack. All right, Bidoof is funny, but he's not the best. Okay, he's not my favorite. He is funny though. Fire types, I don't like Infernape at all. He's just too scrawny and goofy. I'm not a fan. Don't really care about, what is this, Magmortar? Probably gonna be Heatran. Water type. I fucking love Gastrodon. I also like Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is really cool too. All right, I'm gonna go with Gastrodon. Gastrodon is probably my favorite. Grass type. I'm gonna have to go with Leafeon. That's Kelly's favorite. Gotta go with Leafeon. Male blue, girl pink. Yeah. Electric type. I mean, I'm not the biggest, I can't even think of his fucking name. Luxray. I'm not the biggest Luxray fan. Obviously, it's very cool. Very cool Pokemon. That's just like, that's objectively object. objectively true. It's objectively true that Luxray is cool, but not my personal favorite. I really like Rotom, specifically Rotom Wash. That's what I'm gonna say. Ice types. Mamoswine. Big Mamoswine in the chat. I fucking love Mamoswine so much. Fighting type. Man, I really like Krogunk, but Lucario is Lucario. Lucario is Lucario. Poison type. Now I'll pick Krogunk. Ground type. I mean, I would love to choose Mamoswine again. I'm not that big into Garchomp. Obviously, Garchomp is good. Garchomp is cool. I like Gastrodon and Mamoswine even more. I'm gonna be honest. All right, we're gonna pick Garchomp. Flying type. Honchkro's pretty cool. Staraptor is obviously very cool. I'm having a tough time with this one. I'm just gonna choose Togetic. Which one is this one? Togekiss? I don't know, the flying one. Psychic types. Kelly really likes Cresselia. I'll choose Cresselia. Bug type. Mega is very cool. But this little guy, what's his name? Evolves into Drapion. What's his name? He's pretty cool. But if I can't even say his name, then he's probably not my favorite. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose Mega. Rock type. Generation 4 is kind of a weak generation in my opinion. Some of these Pokemon designs are pretty terrible. Who gives a fuck about any of these guys? I'm gonna choose fucking Bonsly. Fuck with me. Get mad about it. Bonsly. Ghost type. This guy's really cool. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name now? Fuck. This guy. What's his name? Spiritomb. Spiritom's cool. Spiritom's super cool. I like Spiritomb. Dragon type. Garchomp or Giratina. I don't know. One of the two. I mean, that's probably going to be choice in the... Who are all of our legends? There's a lot of legends. I think we're going to do this, actually. Dark type. Spiritomb again, maybe? Or Darkrai. I'm not that attached to Darkrai, though. We're going to choose Spiritomb again. I don't give a fuck what you say. Steel type. Probably Lucario again. Fairy type. Togekiss. Starter. I don't really like any of these starters. I think if I were to play, I would maybe choose Piplup. I don't fucking know. This is Mega Lucario, and it's not close at all for gimmick forms. Mega Lucario shits on all these other bonds. Now for legend. I'm gonna choose Giratina. And then my favorite is Mamoswine. I don't even think I have to think about that. But let me think about it. Definitely Mamoswine. Mamoswine is so fucking cool. I love Mamoswine. All right, Generation 5. Again, another generation I have never played. I don't really have quite an attachment to some of these Pokemon, but I have used some of them. Now, let us begin. Generation 5. We're going to go with Stoutland as my favorite normal type. The reason why? Because of the Sun and Moon anime. There's a really cute Stoutland-related episode with Stoutland and Litleo. Or Litleo? No, Litten. Kitten. It's very good. It was one of the few times Pokemon has almost or has brought a tear to my eye. I don't remember if I cried or not. It made me want to cry. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It is incredible. You don't have to know anything going on. It's like a filler episode, but it was one of the best filler episodes of anything I've ever seen. Very good. Fire types. I mean, you guys probably think I would choose the pig, but I don't really like pigs. I chose the pig because I thought that pig mask in GTA was disgusting and ugly, and then it just stuck. I don't like pigs. I have no attachment to pigs. And therefore, my favorite fire type is Larvesta. Or Volcarona, not Larvesta. Volcarona. Gen 5 water type. Who do we got? These guys kind of suck. It's either Seismitoad. That's Seismitoad, right? It's either Seismitoad or Jellicent. I don't know why, but I do like them. We're gonna go with Jellicent. Don't know why. Just am. Grass type. I mean, this is gonna be Seviper. Although I do like Amoonguss. And I do like Ferrothorn. We're gonna go with Seviper. Electric. Galvantula. Not even close. Ice type. I don't care about any of these, dude. I have no attachment to any of these. I don't know. I'm gonna pick the bear. All right. Fighting type. And it's probably gonna be Scrafty, bro. No, we're gonna choose Emboar. He's a pig. He's cool. Poison type. This is where Amoonguss comes into play, baby. Amogus. Ground type. Excadrill. Excadrill was my homie back in Gen 6 Wi-Fi battles. I loved Excadrill. Flying type. Weak sauce. We got some weak sauce as flying types. Archeops is kind of cool. Braviary's kind of cool. These genies. Yes, I'll choose Braviary. Psychic type. Oh, God. The fetus. Ugh. It's got to be, what's this guy's name? I can't think of his name. Reuniclus. That's right. Reuniclus. Bug type. Give me Volcarona again. Rock type. We go with the turtle, but not very strong choice there. Ghost type. Chandelure. Not even close. Really like Chandelure. Dragon type. I mean, it's gonna be Hydreigon, right? Hydreigon, and it's not close. Druddigon. Druddigon was Gen 5. Druddigon's Gen 6, is it not? Anyway, it's gonna be Hydreigon. Hydreigon's super cool. Dark type. It's probably gonna be Hydreigon again. Steel type. All right, we can get Ferrothorn in there now. Steel type. I like Ferrothorn. Crocodile is cool, but just not my favorite. This, I mean, I guess whatever. We just pick one because we have to. And for starter, are we going to go with Snivy? I guess we're going to go with the giant pile of garbage. Legendary. I have no attachment to any of these Generation 5 legendaries. Genesect, I guess, is probably the coolest. Now, who is my favorite Gen 5 Mon? It's probably just Volcarona. Gotta be Volcarona. Generation 6, one of my other favorite generations of all time. I remember playing X and Y on the night they came out. I put hundreds of hours into them. I did Wi-Fi battles. I bred Pokemon. I did everything in that game. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Let us begin. Normal types. Not gonna... Okay, so Gen 6 added Megas, and there's Mega options on every typing. I'm never going to choose a Mega in a normal over the normal Pokemon, if that makes sense. I don't think that's fair. I think Mega should only be over here in the gimmicks because Megas aren't a Pokemon for a couple turns or for a battle. I kind of like Diggersby because it's big and ugly. Kind of like Fire Guy. We're gonna go here. Fire type, we're going Talonflame. Talonflame is one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon of all time. Fucking love Talonflame. That's the only reason I didn't choose Fletchling for normal type. Otherwise, I would have. I mean, I still might. That's how much I love Talonflame. Truly, that's how much I love Talonflame. There you go. Water type. Greninja, not even close. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Love Greninja, amazing. Grass types, Trevenant. Trevenant's so sick, dude. He's a fucking ghost tree, man. He's cool. It's a very good design. I really like him. I think this is one of their best plant-based Pokemon designs they've ever done. I think it's amazing. Electric type. Again, we're not going to choose any Megas. Obviously, the Megas are cool, so we're just going to choose Heliolisk. He's like a solar panel lizard guy. I like him. He's not very good. He's actually pretty terrible, but I like him. Ice types. I don't know why I liked Avalugg. When Generation 6 was a thing, I liked Avalugg. I don't know why. I used him in my party. He wasn't good. He was quite shit, to be honest, but I used him. I don't know why. I liked him. Fighting types. I mean, this is gonna be what's this guy's name? Halucha. Really like Halucha. He's a fucking luchador wrestler guy. He's flying, fighting because he flies up in the air and does flying presses. He's cool. Poison type. Dragalge, not even close. Actually, I'm going to choose Skrelp because Dragalge's a dragon and probably going to win the dragon category. Skrelp, Dragalge, one of my favorite designs they've ever made ever. Love that Pokemon so much. Gen 6 has so many good Pokemon designs. There's already like 4 of the best Pokemon designs in the history of Pokemon already in this list. Talonflame, Greninja, Trevenant, and Dragalge are 4 of the best designed Pokemon ever in the history of ever. They're so good. We're going to choose Skrelp though because he's not a dragon yet and he's just poison. He's a cute little guy. Ground type, not a lot of options here. It's going to choose Diggersby. Flying type, lots of options. Noivern's pretty cool. But honestly, Talonflame's so cool he's gonna be on the list 3 times. Don't give a fuck. He's on the list 3 fucking times. Psychic type. Pretty weak. I guess Malamar because he's different. He's a cool design. He's unique. He's okay. Wow. There's only 1 bug in all of Generation 6. I'll choose Vivillon. Vivillon's cool. Look at all these Vivillon designs. Like Vivillon's a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm gonna choose that one. That one's a really cool design. Rock type. What the f is this guy called? Barbaracle or something like that? Barbaracle? Yeah, terrible. I hate him. I like Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum's super cool. He's literally a T-Rex Pokemon. What more could you ask for? Every kid's dream, dude. Ghost type. Oh my God, I forgot Aegislash. How did I forget Aegislash? Aegislash, also one of the best designed Pokemon of all time. Probably, oh dude, one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon for sure. I used him so often. I fucking love Aegislash. So cool. Dragon type. I'm not a big Goodra fan. I don't hate Goodra. I'm just not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of Noivern. Dragalge takes it by a mile. Is he good? Not really. Is he fucking sick? Very much so. Dark type. It's gonna be Greninja, dude. Greninja's gonna win Dark type twice, brother. Steel type. It's gonna be Aegislash again. Aegislash on the list twice. Now that I think about it, Gen 6 had not that many new Pokemon, but they were all bangers. Fairy type. Here's where we got a lot. I mean, we gotta choose Sylveon. I think we just have to. Realistically, my favorite of these options is probably Mega Mawile, but I'm not gonna choose that. I'm gonna choose Sylveon, the poster of fairy type Pokemon. When you think of a fairy type Pokemon, this is the first one that comes to mind. Oh, you can't see? Yeah, you can't see all the list. That's all right. Get over it. All right. Starters. Froakie. Froakie to Greninja. Doesn't matter how you do it. Froakie. Gimmick form. Now's when we do have a lot of options. I don't consider these Gen 6. That's kind of a cop-out. I really liked Mega Kangaskhan. I liked Mega Gengar. It's probably Mega Charizard X, dude. It's so lame to choose, but that's probably who my favorite one was. It probably is just who my favorite one was. All right. Legendary. I gotta be honest, I don't really give a f about any of these legendaries. I don't remember this guy's name. Xerneas. I have no attachment to Zygarde. I don't give a fuck about Diancie or Hoopa. Yveltal's cool, yeah, but I was a Pokemon Xer, dude. I'm gonna pick Xerneas. All right. Now, here's a tough choice. My favorite Generation 6 Pokemon. Top contenders are Talonflame, Greninja, Aegislash, and Dragalge. You're gonna have to choose Greninja. It's gonna have to be Greninja. All right, on to Generation 7. Again, I never played Generation 7. Maybe that's something we have to do sometime. I have to play through it. Never played it, but I watched the entire Sun and Moon anime, so I'm very familiar with the generation, and the lore, and the story, and the Pokemon. So, let's see. All right, Generation 7. Normal types here. What is it? Sylvalian type Null, right? That's what they're called. Toucannon, This is Donald Trump. Stuffle or some shit. That's Drampaw, right? Kind of like Drampaw. He's pretty funny. I didn't really give a shit about this Pokemon, even though it was a big focus in the anime. Did not really care that much. Yeah. Weak showing from the normal types in Generation 7. Weak showing. We'll choose Drampaw. This is funny. Fire types. Litten. I love Litten, but knowing that he fucking stands up when he fully evolves is so triggering. Why does he have to stand up? What is that guy called? Incineroar? It's so stupid. Salazzle, I don't care about. I don't care about Oricorio. This guy, what's he called? Turtonator. Yeah, that's right. Turtonator. That's a cool name. I'm gonna choose Litten. Litten is cute. He unfortunately evolves into an ugly demon. That's what I'm gonna choose. Water type. Wishy-washy school form is pretty cool. I'll choose Primarina. Primarina is pretty cool. Grass type. I mean, dude, it's Rowlet. It's not even close, dude. Rowlet fucking owns. Rowlet is so gangster. Electric type. Vikavolt is pretty cool. This guy is literally just fucking extension cables. Never choose Oricorio. Togedemaru. I'll choose Vikavolt, I guess. Ice type. Alolan Ninetales, dude. Not even close. Fighting type. Buzzwole, dude. Fucking Buzzwole. Buzzwole's so gangster. Poison type. This guy's name is Naganatol, by the way. Naganatol is okay. These guys are whatever. I actually don't like any of these. I guess I'll choose Alolan Muck. I actually like the Sandcastle Pokemon. Sandygast and Palisand. I like them. Flying types. It's gonna have to go to Rowlet, dude. Rowlet's too cool. Rowlet is so sick. Psychic. I have to go with this guy. What's his name again? Solgaleo. Solgaleo. That's who we're choosing. Bug type. Buzzwole again, dude. Rock type. Dusk form. Rockruff. What does he evolve into? Lycanroc. That guy's sick. Cool in the anime. Very cool moment. Ash had one. It was sick. Ghost type. I didn't know Dartrix or Decidueye was Ghost. I actually really like Mimikyu. I don't really fuck with this guy. This guy's a fucking boat anchor. I think Mimikyu is good as a concept, so I'll choose Mimikyu as the ghost. Dragon. What do we even have for dragons? Coordinator is a dragon. Komomo, or whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Kokomo, or whatever the fuck his name is. I have no experience with this guy. He's pretty cool. Guzzlord, though, dude. Fucking Guzzlord. Guzzlord's kind of cool. I'm gonna choose Guzzlord. I didn't know Guzzlord was a dragon, dude. Dark type. We'll go with this little guy. We'll go with Alolan Rattata. Alolan Rattata's cutie. Steel type. Dude, what the fuck? I don't remember what these guys are. This guy's cool. Meltan and what's this guy? Melmetal. We'll choose Solgaleo again just to get through it. Fairy types. I used to Primarina again. Starter. We're gonna do Rowlet. Gimmick form. What the hell is a gimmick form? Okay, so like the Alolans. Alolan Ninetales is probably the coolest. Alolan Executor is funny. I don't know what these guys are. Alolan Ninetales. Legend. It's boring, but that's what we gotta choose. All right, favorite. My favorite is probably Rowlet, dude. Rowlet is probably my favorite Generation 7 Pokemon. Yeah. Generation 7, not great. Not great, in my opinion. Generation 8, also a weak generation in my opinion, but maybe there'd be some W's in here. Let's see. Generation 8, normal type. The sheep guy is pretty cool. Overall, I like Galarian Zigzagoon. He's cute. I don't really like what he turns into, but I like that he's a black and white little raccoon guy. He's cool. Fire type. I'm not gonna choose the Hisuians either. I didn't play that game, and they're just they're not for me. I like this guy. He's like a bacon strip. I also like Carcole or whatever the fuck his name is. What's this guy's name? Fucking global warming is what I named him in my playthrough. Colossal. That's right. This guy's what? Sizzlipede. Sizzlipede. Is that his final Evo or is that the first Evo? Probably gonna go with. Wait, that's the Gigantamax. Centiskorch, that's right. All right, we'll go with Centiskorch. Water type. Incineration is very weak. Very weak. Urshifu? I don't give a fuck about Urshifu, I'm gonna be honest. These fucking disgusting fish critters down here too. This pelican is eating a Pikachu, it's kind of funny. Dreadnought, yeah, it might be Dreadnought. I guess it'll be Dreadnought. Grass type. Oh my god, Flapple. I fucking love Flapple so much. Flapple is so cool. Love him. I love Toxtricity too. We're gonna pick Toxtricity. Ice type. Frozmoth. Frozmoth is super cool. Really love Frozmoth. This is getting easier now. Fighting type. Grapple-Locked is a cool concept. I think he should have been water fighting. I don't care about the Farfetch'd. Zamazenta, don't really care about. I don't care about Phallus. I'm gonna go with Grapple-Locked. Ultimately, I don't really like any of them. Poison types. Don't really like Poison Slowking. Don't really care for them. I'm just gonna go Toxtricity again. We'll go Toxel though. He's a cute little guy. Ground type. I just don't really care. Flying type. It's probably gonna be Corviknight. Corviknight's pretty cool. Nothing crazy though. I guess it's gonna be Orbeetle, especially the UFO form. Super cool. Bug type. Probably gonna go Centiskorch. Why is Frozmoth not on here? Oh, Frozmoth. Okay, Frozmoth is probably the better bug. Rock type. We're gonna go Colossal. Colossal. Ghost types. Who do we got for Generation 8 Ghost type? Oh yeah, we got what's his name? Dragapult. Dragapult's super cool. I don't know if I like Dragapult more than Flapple or Flapple or not. I think I do. Dragapult's really cool. Dragapult is really, really cool. Dark type. It might be Galarian Zigzagoon again, dude. He's really cool. Steel type. I don't like Berserker. He's goofy. I do like Zacian though. We'll choose Zacian. I think he's really cool. Fairy type. Fairy type. I think we're going to choose Zacian again. He's a cool dog. Starter. This guy's name is Thwacky. I like him. But realistically, it's a little monkey guy. All right. Gimmick form. What Gigantamax do I like best? They don't have my actual favorite. They only have Generation 8 Gigantamax. My actual favorite Gigantamax is probably Snorlax. I really like the way he looks. I suppose we'll probably choose Orbeetle. Orbeetle is probably the coolest here. All right. Legendary. That's probably just going to be Zacian, dude. Sword Dog. I like Sword Dog. Who is my favorite Generation 8 Pokemon? Probably Dragapult. Probably Dragapult. All right, now it's time for Generation 9, which is, it might be my favorite generation. I said Generation 3 is my favorite. Generation 3 probably realistically is my favorite, but Generation 9 is very closely behind. I love Gen 9. Cam check? What? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to move the camera, huh? All right, we'll move the camera up there. Really? Yeah, I think Generation 9 is the best overall generation in terms of new Pokemon added. I think they knocked it out of the fucking park with the new designs they added. They crushed it. So let us begin. Generation 9 normal types. Granted, this is where it's a little weak, but we're gonna go with Lechonk. Lechonk is cute. We don't particularly like Oinkologne or whatever, but we like Lechonk. Lechonk fucks. Fire type. Skeledirge. Or we're going Skeledirge. Like him a lot. These guys are pretty cool, but ultimately not my favorite. Fire Tauros or whatever. Fish guy's kind of cool. Skeledirge is super cool though. Really like Skeledirge. I think he's a great starter. Super cool. Water type. If you guys know me, you know who I'm picking. Who the fuck am I picking, chat? Do you know who I'm picking? Who the fuck am I picking for the water types? You should be able to tell by by my voice. If you watched my Generation 9 tier list, you know who I'm choosing. God believe you got it. Dondozo. Motherfucking Dondozo. I fucking love that Pokemon. He's big as fuck. He puts the sushi in his mouth to get stronger. Dondozo. He's so fucking sick. I love Dondozo so much. I think this is an incredible Pokemon. Really like him. I love him. Grass type. What do we got for grass type? Man, I don't know. Don't really like any of them that much, to be honest. If I were to choose one, it's probably going to be Scovillain, but I like Toedscruel too also, I guess. I'll choose Toedscruel. Maybe we'll change that. We'll see. Electric type. Interesting choice from me. Interesting choice. I like Kilowattrel. I like this guy. Isn't that what his name is? Kilowattrel? I like this guy. I think he's cool. I like him. Sue me. What are you gonna do? Sue me. I like Kilowattrel. Iron Hands is cool. He's very, very good. He's a paradox form, though. He's a future form. I don't f with the future forms, dude. He is really cool, though. What do we have for gimmick forms? That's all we have for gimmick forms? If that's the case, we may have to do, yeah. There's no separate thing for paradox forms. We might have to do this. The reason I picked Kilowattrel is because you can actually use him through the game. Iron Hands, you don't get until the end of the game, but yeah. Okay, we'll do that. And we could probably put Kilowattrel for flying. We'll see. Ice type. It's between Baxcalibur and fucking what's the Shin Pao. Is that the Ice Panther guy? Shin Pao. I really like that tiger guy. I really do. Titan is pretty cool too. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Titan. I think we're gonna go Titan because the other guys are gonna take over other categories. I'm pretty sure. What is this? Fighting type. Fighting type. We're gonna go. What's this guy's name? Annihilate. That's right. That's a sick name. Very cool. It's a primate who gets so fucking mad he dies and then he gets stronger. Sick ass Pokemon. Really love it. I think they killed that design. Poison types. It's gonna be Clodsire though. Clodsire is one of my favorite Generation 9 Pokemon, and I know he's also ground type. I could technically pick him here as well, but I won't, specifically because I view him more as a poison type, because the nice thing is he's a poison ground who has water absorb, which negates one of his ground weaknesses. I don't know, am I right? Is that what he has? His water absorb, right? Ground type, we're gonna go with Great Tusk. Super cool. Really like that paradox form. He's gigantic. Really like him. Super cool. Flying type. Yeah, we're gonna go Kilowattrel here. This guy's cool, but he's not that cool. He's kind of just a tiny, I don't, and Flamigo is whatever. I'm gonna go with Kilowattrel. Psychic type. I mean, we gotta go with, what's this guy's name? Rabscara. He's a dung beetle who rolls his ball of shit. For so long, he becomes an enlightened psychic genius. Incredible design by Pokemon. Incredible. They killed it. Bug type. Is gonna be Volcarona guy. Little, what's this guy's name? Slitherwing. Slitherwing, super cool. Really like Slitherwing. I know it's just kind of a Volcarona that kind of stands up, but he's so cute and fuzzy. I love him. He's such a cute little guy. Rock type, we're probably gonna go with Garganackle. I like this guy. Big salty, big defensive salty block guy. Minecraft guy. He's cool. Ghost type. Ghost type is probably going to be Annihilate again. I mean, I could choose something else, but I don't really like the ghost dog. This thing is pretty cool, but it's whatever. It is cool that you could like set this up to one-shot the league tournament over and over and over and make a ton of money. I did that a lot. I don't give a shit about Gimme Ghoul. I don't give a fuck. Don't really care about this thing. Skeledirge, I think more of the fire type. I'm gonna go with that. Dragon type, Axe. Caliber. He's Godzilla, dude. I love Godzilla, and he's a Godzilla Pokemon. He's so cool. Realistically, though, Frigibax, I think, is my favorite form, but still, very cool. Love that guy. One of the best dragons they've ever made. Very cool. Man, this is a tough one. Low Kicks is cool. Mabostiff is obviously cute, and he has a cute whole story throughout the game, and you really like him for that. But ultimately, I think you just gotta go King Gambit. He's so sick. He's sitting on his hair. If you guys don't know this about this Pokemon, the hair is coming out of his helmet, looping around, and he's sitting on it. So sick. Now, we may change this, though, because I think he's about to win Steel type. Huh? No, I think that's perfect for Dark type. I think Steel type will give to Tinkaton. I know you're thinking we could give that to Fairy, but trust me, there's a better Fairy in the game. There's a better Fairy Pokemon in the game. Trust me. Tinkaton will get the Steel. She's got a giant hammer. She fucking kills Corviknights with it. It's funny. Very powerful. Earthworm is also very cool. I do like him. He's an Alaskan bullworm. He's funny. He also has Earth Eater, where he doesn't take damage from ground type moves. He just eats that shit and heals. Sick. Awesome. Very cool. Tinkaton's gonna be the answer. Fairy type. The best Fairy type in this game is fucking Darkspund. I love this Pokemon. I talked about it in my tier list video. I love Darkspund. He's a fairy dog. He has the ability well-baked body because he's been baked in the oven for so long that he's crispy and hardened. And now fire will not touch him. He's already cooked. What's your fire gonna do? It's not gonna do nothing. He's sick. He's fairy type. That eliminates one of their... His fairy is very weak to fire. I don't know if it's weak to fire, but fire resists it, right? I don't know. He's fucking cool. Love him. Starter. It's Fuecoco. It's the only answer. Fuecoco is the only answer for the starter. Love him. Gimmick form. I mean, because he evolves into Clodsire, it's probably him, but I mean, Paldean Tauros is also sick. What the fuck is this guy? I don't know what this guy is. Is that a Sinistea? Paldean Sinistea? What is this? I don't know this. It must be in the DLC I haven't played yet. I think we're gonna go with Paldean Tauros because I don't really care about the Wooper. I care about the Clodsire, and Clodsire is not a Paldean form. He's his own new evolution. Paldean Tauros. Legendary. It's gotta be Chin Fu, dude. Chin Power, whatever the fuck this thing's name is. Walking Wake and all these. I haven't played the DLCs yet. Ultimately, I'm not that attached to like Suicune or Raikou. They are great designs. I think they are very cool. These guys are all terrible except for maybe the turtle guy. But again, I haven't played the DLC. I do like Koraidon and he's like your companion throughout the whole thing. But ultimately, I think this is an insanely sick design that I really love. I love this guy. He's an icy cat who has sword fang, dude. He's sick. Now, I actually don't know if I've done this. Who is my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon? I actually might not be able to decide this, and it's because I love them all so much. All the ones on that list, I genuinely think are some of the best Pokemon that have ever been in the game, except for Lechonk, because Lechonk's doesn't really count, but for the most part. Fuecoco and Skeledirge, I really like, and I think they're very, very good, but I don't think they're my favorite. Dondozo is one of my favorite, but he's kind of hard to use, and you have to kind of use him with a Tatsugiri. Toedscruel's okay. Iron Hands is okay. Titan's okay. Annihilape is very cool, but not like the coolest thing ever. Clodsire is so sick. I really like him a lot. He just looks like a little pile of shit. Great Tusk is cool. Kilowattrel's whatever. Rabska's whatever. Slitherwing is insanely sick. Baxcalibur is super sick. Man, it might be Clodsire, dude. I don't know. It might be Baxcalibur. I don't know. It might be this guy too. He's really cool. I actually can't decide, dude. I can't decide. We'll choose Baxcalibur. I do really like him. I do really like Baxcalibur. All right, now it's time to find my favorites of all the favorites. Final countdown. My favorite normal type of all time. It's probably going to be Kangaskhan. It's not that interesting of a pick, but I think he's the coolest and most unique and interesting normal type design they've ever made. And he's one of the few normal types that genuinely looks super strong. Like, he looks like a strong Pokemon. He looks cool. I always thought he was sick as a kid. Fire type, let's just get it out of the way. Charizard reigns supreme. Even if it's overrated, even if it's been done to death, he is that sick. Charizard is that fucking dude. Water type. It's between Kingdra, Greninja, and Dondozo, and it's probably gonna have to be Greninja for me. I'm gonna be honest. Grass type. It's between... I don't know. I don't really care about grass type that much. I think it's Grovyle. A lot of people are gonna hate that pick. I think it's Grovyle. Listen, Grovyle is the one I have the most nostalgia over. I think he's the single coolest looking sprite in all of Gen 3. Like, I know it's a middle evolution. Normally middle evolution are goofy, but I love Grovyle. He's not a goofy middle. He's like the sickest middle evolution ever. He's super cool. Electric type. This is the weakest list, dude. Electric. I don't care about electric type that much. I'm not gonna lie. I look at this list and Mareep is what stands out to me. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know if that's my choice or not. I'm just saying that's what stands out to me. Galvantula is probably the coolest looking and the most unique. Iron Hands is probably the strongest, as well as Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is very cool. Also pretty unique. Maybe I'll give it to Toxtricity just so there's a Gen 8 Pokemon on the list. All right, we'll just to have a Gen 8 on the board, we'll choose Toxtricity. Ice types. It's not even close. Mamoswine is amazing. I love Mamoswine so much. Fighting type. The Gen 1er in me wants to choose Machamp. The memer in me wants to choose Buzzwole. But realistically, if I had to have one of these in my party, it's probably going to be this guy. I really like Annihilape. He's insanely good. And the reason I'm choosing Annihilape here is because he's not going to win the ghost category. No way. But I think he deserves a spot. Poison type. It's my boy. Clodsire. Not a close race there. The Skrulp actually kind of close. Kind of close. Skrulp is kind of close, but Clodsire... Fuck, man. Wait. Ugh. Clodsire wins because Clodsire is so much more usable. Skrulp is just not that good. Dragalge's not that good. I do like that little guy, though. And it reminds me of Kelly because she likes her sea dragons and seahorses. He's so cute. All right, ground type over here. I almost want to choose Mamoswine again, but I think if I'm being realistic, probably gonna be Flygon. Drill guy was your bro. Yeah, I do like Excadrill. I think he's very strong. I don't particularly like his design. I don't think he looks very cool. Flygon, I think, is pretty strong and looks really sick. And like, you don't expect him to be a dragon. I don't know, he's just so cool. I thought he was a bug. Flying type. It's not close. Talonflame reigns supreme over all these motherfuckers. I love Talonflame so much. Psychic type. Who do you think I'm gonna pick, chat? Who do you think I'm gonna pick? I've made up my mind. Who do you think I'm gonna pick? Everyone's saying Metagross. Metagross is the only answer. Is Metagross who I picked? Alakazam. I'm a Gen 1er, dude. What do you want from me? Alakazam is like the OG psychic type, dude. He's literally a magician who bends spoons. He uses his mind to do crazy shit. He's strong too. He's cool. I love him. Bug type. Bug type is gonna have to go with Slitherwing. I really like Scyther. I really like Scizor. I really like regular Volcarona. I actually really like Frostmoth. Ultimately, though, I think Slitherwing is he's just the coolest, cuddliest little guy. I love him. I love Slitherwing, dude. Rock type. Who am I picking? Who do you think? It just is Tyranitar, dude. It just is. I know it's predictable. He just is cooler than all these other Pokemon. Not to say they're not cool. I think Lycanroc is very, very cool. I think Aerodactyl is sick. I just think Tyranitar's cooler. He just is. Ghost type. Yeah, people aren't gonna like this one. Oh, it feels so dirty. I mean, realistically, Gengar probably is the coolest, but I just have a special place in my heart and a special attachment to Aegislash. King Shield protecting into fucking sword stance, fucking slicing people up, shadow sneaking for 1,000,000 damage after setting up swords dances. I love this dude. Dragons. Oh, this one's really tough. A lot of competition in the dragon tier. Let's see what we got. We got Garchomp, Dragonite, Hydreigon. Dragon tier is W tier. True. All these are insane. Let's be real, right? Like, I know that's a Bagon. I just think Bagon is the coolest looking of the Salamence line. Dragalge is probably the weakest in the list, but again, a very, very cool and unique and interesting design that I really love. Excalibur is very, very new, and I really, really do like him. He's Godzilla. Godzilla is one of my favorite movies growing up. I love Godzilla as like a thing, right? It's got to be the OG though, dude. It just has to be. I love Dragonite. He's so cute and cuddly, but so insanely strong. He's such a cute little guy, but then he'll just fucking murder you if he wants. I love him. It feels dirty, but I'm a dirty Gen 1er, okay? That's why I have this Gen 1, this Gen 1, and this Gen 1, and this Gen 1 on my list. Dark type. Wow. This is very difficult. This one's tough. It's probably Greninja, but I don't want to choose Greninja because I already chose him as the water. So I feel like I should not choose him again. It's probably Hydreigon. It's probably Hydreigon. Hydreigon's super, super sick. Steel type. I'm not going to choose Aegislash again for the same reason. I chose him as my ghost. This might be where Metagross has it. I don't know. But I think I like Scizor more than Metagross though. I think I like Scizor more than Metagross. I don't... Yep, that's what I'm gonna choose. That's what I'm gonna choose. Scizor is one of the OG steel types. He's the one that made steel type a thing, you know? Fairy type. This one... Oh. Actually, it's not even close. I'm gonna be honest. I think Darkspun trumps all these fairy types. Darkspun, I think, is just the coolest design. He's just a cute little dog, and his ability's insane. He's pretty strong. I like him. Starter. It's probably Charmander, but I don't know, dude. I'm such a dirty Gen 1er, dude. I love Charmander so much. Move face cam. Oh, fucking... All right. This shit is moving all over the place. All right, it's down here now. No, it's up here now. So here's my thing. It's probably between this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? White Coco's very good, but he's kind of derpy, and that's part of the charm with him, but he's not cool. Charmander's probably the coolest. Rowlet is very cute, seems smart, strong, funny in the anime, but I never played with Rowlet. I never had a Rowlet. I never played Gen 7, never had Rowlet, so I think for that reason, he has to be out. Trico was like the starter I'm probably most attached to in the games, because I played Gen 3 and I'm the most nostalgic about Gen 3, and Trico was always my starter. But I don't really like Trico that much as a design. I just like what he turned into. Dude, I just think it has to be Charmander. It's I feel so dirty. I'm a Gen 1er, dude. I just feel so dirty. He's just the best, dude. It's Charmander, bro. What do you want me to do? All right, gimmick form. It is time for redemption. He was snubbed earlier. He was snubbed. But the reason he was snubbed is because he wasn't even in his final form. Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario is probably the best Mega and the best form of Lucario, and he deserves a spot on here, and that's where he goes. Mega Lucario was the one who showed you how to become a Mega in the game. I think he looks insanely sick. He looks insanely strong. He is insanely strong. Mega Lucario. Done deal. All right, time for the legend. I'm probably gonna ruffle some jimmies with this one too. In my eyes, there's only 2, maybe 3 on this list that even compete with each other. Wow, everybody loves Giratina. I'll give you a hint. Giratina is not in the 2 or 3 I'm thinking of. So again, dirty Gen 1er, Mew. I love Mew. Mew, I think, is the most mysterious, interesting legendary. I think it encapsulates all of what legendary Pokemon are and should be. I know it's technically a mythical, but it's also a mythical legendary. I love it. It was like not even possible to obtain in the game. It was like myths and legends that you could get it from under the truck. The anime doesn't even really know its origins. He's very just like non-assuming, but powerful as fuck. I love Mew. I think I'm a dirty Gen 1er and I have to pick Mew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now it's time to choose the favorite of the favorites. Dude, it's just, this is so hard. We already know it's Charizard. It is, dude. It just is. But like, what am I supposed to do? He's the fucking coolest. He's the OG. You can't beat him. He's a lizard, dragon, fire, lizard, fire, flying guy. He's so cool. Nothing is cooler. Kingdra is not cooler. Grovyle is not cooler. Mamoswine is not cooler. Volcarona is not cooler. Greninja is not cooler. Close, but not cooler. Rowlet not cooler. Dragapult not cooler. Excalibur not cooler. Kangaskhan not cooler. Toxtricity not cooler. Not cooler. Not cooler. Not cooler, not cooler, not cooler, close but not cooler, close but not cooler, not cooler, close but not cooler, not cooler, not cooler. All right, I get it! I'm a dirty Gen 1er. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's the list. Let me scroll. I don't know if I can really make it so you can see the whole list, but shrink it down. There's the whole list. Now, do we do this shit down here? Do we care about this? All right, we're gonna speed run this. We're gonna speed run this down here. Gotta get my camera back to roughly the same size. Favorite regional bird? Fletchling. Favorite regional mammal? I don't really particularly like any of them. Zigzagoon. I think he's cute. Favorite regional bug? It's Caterpie. It's probably just Caterpie, I'm gonna be honest. Favorite pseudo legend? Ooh, it's just gonna be Dragonite. It just is. Favorite Pikachu clone? Probably Mimikyu. I mean, Pikachu's on the list. I'm not gonna choose Pikachu as a Pikachu clone. That's stupid. I'm gonna choose Mimikyu. Favorite evolution? It's between just Eevee or Umbreon or Leafeon. The original 3 are pretty cool, but ultimately not the best designs. Espeon, I just don't like the tail. A little weird looking. Umbreon, I think, is the cleanest design, but I'm gonna choose Leafeon because Kelly likes Leafeon. Favorite fossil? This is some dirty, boring Gen 1er coming out, but Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's so fucking cool. Aerodactyl's the sickest fucking thing ever. He's so sick. Favorite regional form? It's probably between Tauros or Alolan Ninetales. Raichu's pretty cool too, but I'm not that into it. I think it's Alolan Ninetales. All right, Gigantamax. My favorite Gigantamax is probably Snorlax. Where is he? There he is. Snorlax is so sick. He's got the world growing on him, dude. Favorite baby? I fucking hate all the babies. These babies. We'll go with little Riolu. Actually, Toxel's cute. Favorite box legendary? Giratina. Yeah, Giratina's super cool, but again, I don't have an attachment to Gen 4. I'm gonna go with Kyogre. It's not objectively the best. I can admit that. It's just the one that I see that makes me feel the warmest inside because I love Pokemon Sapphire so much. Favorite mythical? Mew. Not even close. Favorite Ultra Beast? I mean, it's just Buzzwole, dude. Buzzwole's so sick. Buzzwole's dope. Favorite Paradox is gonna be Slitherwing. Favorite type? I guess we can kind of figure that out here. We have 1 fire type, 2 fire types, 3 fire types, 4 fire types technically. My favorite overall is a fire type. I mean, it's just fire type. I just really like fire types. Favorite Pokeball? I really like Quick Balls. Quick Balls are super cool. Ultra Balls are pretty cool. Master Ball might be the Master Ball, to be honest. I think the Master Ball is the coolest. It's got lore behind it. I don't give a fuck about a Spinda. Favorite Vivillon? This one's really nice. This one's really nice. This one's really nice. This one's really nice. I'm gonna go with this one. This one stands out to me. Favorite All Creamy? I don't know. I guess the big one. Favorite new Evo? Oh, it's Mamoswine. Mamoswine, it ain't close. Maybe Clodsire. Clodsire or Mamoswine? I'm gonna go with Clodsire. Mamoswine, like you kind of saw coming. Clodsire, nobody fucking saw that coming. All right, let's build a team. Shall we build a team? I mean, we have to put our favorite in here, right? So we got to put Charizard. You want to do 1 starter, 1 legendary for the dream team? Probably then Greninja. I think Aegislash goes in my favorite team. Clodsire, maybe. I'm not trying to like actually build like a good team here. I'm just kind of fucking around, but put Mew in there. Who else? Doxbun? Yeah, fuck it. We'll throw him in there. All right, that ultimately doesn't matter that much. All right. That's my list of my all-time favorite Pokemon of every type, generation, gimmick, legend, fairy, and then broken down to my favorites. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Leave comments down below of what I got wrong or what you would change or what your overall favorite Pokemon was, or of each type or of each generation. Give me your favorite Pokemon of each generation. Go, leave that down below in the comments. Also, leave me a comment if there's another kind of list like this that you guys want to see. Yeah, be sure to subscribe as well if you're new and like the video, and that's it. Okay, goodbye.